Welcome to the Midnight Lounge. You can come on down to the Midnight Lounge. Sit on down, have a drink. You're at the Midnight Lounge. Take off your pants at the Midnight Lounge. Yeah.
Hello, Midnight Crew, and welcome back for another episode of the Midnight Lounge. Ooh, we back in it today. Ooh, look, listen. So this is not gonna be a regular scheduled program. Okay, this is Midnight Lunatic going off script for a bit and bringing you guys a little special episode here. I just want to talk a little bit about how music really just influences a lot of people, right? Just entertainment in general, movies, TV shows, music, it all kind of ties in together, and it creates a pretty massive influence on people, whether they really see it or not. But before we get into all that, I do have one special announcement to make that I am kind of excited to share with you guys. Now, I have been in talks with a certain company that I was trying to get a partnership with, and it just so happens that I was approved for that sponsorship. So you guys are getting it here first. I am now partnering with a company named Killer Jerky. They are the number one gaming snack company for all your jerky needs. They are a company of jerky that specialize in gourmet brisket beef jerky and bacon jerky and candy. So they got a lot of different types of products out there. They got one that's called the Death Punch, right? I guess that's like the world's hottest jerky right there. They got the No Prestige, which is their original, and these are all the titles, the names of these jerkies all are gaming related, which I personally love. If anyone out there is a big gamer, you will kind of really love these names, right? So we got one that's I'm Cracked, it's a cracked pepper one. We got the Chill Vibes. We got Stay Trashy. They got different types, of different flavors with really catchy names to them. And so I am proud to announce that I am now partnered with Killer Jerky, and as of right now, you guys can actually get 10% off of your purchase from Killer Jerky by using promo code Midnight Lunatic, and you will get 10% off of all your orders. Now, I gotta say, the prices of the jerkies are not that bad. They're ranging between $8 to $10, so it's not that bad. I know a lot of other jerkies out there are more expensive than that. If you're a gamer and you're really intrigued with jerky like I am, I love jerky, but it's just so expensive and so kind of like hard to get my hands on. It's like one of those rare things that I need to have money in order to get. But with Killer Jerky, they bring you the good stuff for a pretty decent price. So that is very, very exciting. Again, thank you, Killer Jerky, for partnering with me with that. And make sure, for all you gamers out there, even if you aren't a gamer, maybe you're just a beefhead, maybe you just love jerky, go on over to Killer Jerky right now. I will leave the links down in the description for you, as well as the promo code for you to get 10% off of your purchase as of right now. So that is very exciting news. I am very grateful for having that opportunity there. And now let's get started into today's program. So again, going back to the entertainment world, we got the world of music. The world of music, TV, television, movies, however you want to put it. It all kind of combines into one massive industry of just media entertainment. And, music, especially music for me, is something that is really powerful for me. It is something that I try to listen to on a daily basis. I cannot live without music. I just can't. It is a must for me. I need music in my life. I don't know how I would, you know, be where I am or do the things that I do without music, right? And I'm saying this on a personal level. Music saves lives, and I'm not just saying that. I have proof of my own because it's actually saved my life multiple times. We did discuss in a very personal episode last time, about mental health, and music really tied in to my mental health, right? It has a powerful impact on people, and it does save lives. It really does. The messages and the melodies of songs can cure one's heart. It can mend one's soul. And it's not just sounds and words put together. It's something that we kind of take for granted because music is just everywhere. You can't really escape music nowadays, but it's something that we just take for granted, not knowing that music is very influential to us, and by listening to certain types of music, we're influenced by that, right? If you're listening to like jazz music, right, you're gonna be influenced by jazzy things. You're gonna love like saxophone. Maybe are into like some bands. Maybe you occasionally go to like these gentlemen clubs, and maybe you like to enjoy the occasional cigar. And it's like that with all music. Country music, you like, it's very what's the word, judgmental, I guess is the word I'm trying to go for. But like with country music, if you're a fan of country music, you probably like taking road trips in a truck, probably go out four-wheeling, hunting, fishing, being outdoors, and that's something that is affiliated with the country music, right? So every type of genre of music kind of has their own settings in different areas too. Different areas of the world have different types of style of music that comes from that specific area of the world. And it's crazy. And it's kind of exciting to hear. I mean, to have music from different areas all around the world, and not really what's the word I'm going for here? Not really having something that really sounds the same, right? Like if we're listening to music in the US music does not sound like music from, let's say, Japan, right? Two different parts of the world, two very different types of music. And it's crazy to see how music translates in just different languages and different areas, and creates that influence to their people. And it's the same with our music. Our music, I would say music from the US actually reaches a broader audience than most music from other places. I mean, we get our songs played on the radio in UK radio stations, in Mexico, Canada, even South, in Australia, different areas of the world, Africa, Brazil. I mean, I feel like US music is kind of just everywhere, but we never really hear anything from other parts of the world in the United States. It's very rare to catch like a Russian, type song playing on the radio in the United States. and it's kind of weird, but it's understandable. A lot more places in the world, uh, uses English as their first language, um, and same with Spanish. A lot of countries have Spanish speaking people, and so I get that aspect of where areas only play English or Spanish music. So I guess it wouldn't make sense for a Russian rap to be on the radio because we wouldn't really understand. So I get that part. But moving on from music, let's talk about some TV shows, right? TV shows can be very impactful too. I mean, a lot of people get invested, including myself, into TV shows. And, like, for example, I know some people don't like it. I love it. The Office, right? I am invested in that show. It's been a while since I've actually watched it, though. It's been a while. I might have to start rewatching it because it's been a couple months. But that is like my all-time favorite show. I've watched it from start to end over 100 times already. I mean, it's an incredible show to me, and I'm just really invested in it. And it's one of the many shows that I personally enjoy watching over and over. Like it doesn't get old. And same with a lot of other different shows that I watch out there. Whenever Orange is the New Black was a big thing in Netflix at the time, I was deeply invested in that. The storylines of some of these shows can really hook your attention and just make you want more of it, and can influence how maybe you see life or how you see things in a different perspective. A lot of shows have that ability to actually, give you visuals, and music and reactions, and just like this performance that really, kind of stays in your mind, and throughout the day you might be replaying that one scene that you saw from that TV show, and you're like, how would I use that in my life? Like, I know some movies are kind of, or some TV shows, they're made up, they're maybe uh filmed in an audience, so they're kind of just like, they're made up stories. But some of what happens in TV shows is truly how reality really is. And to be able to present reality to a relatable audience tends to grab a lot of people's attention, and it can influence their life, sometimes negatively and sometimes positively. There's some ups and downs in the entertainment industry as a whole. There are various ups and downs within the entertainment world, and it's something that you kind of have to be careful about. But you also want to experience it, because again, you never know. Some people might see things a certain way, that you necessarily don't see, how they see it that way. And that's okay. You can have the ability to see things through your perspective and have your own opinion on what you see, right? Not everyone's gonna enjoy the same movie, right? 100 people might see the same movie, and maybe two of those people are like, that movie was horrible, but 98% or 98 people say it was good. Not everyone's going to have the same opinions. Not everyone's going to have the same feelings about a certain show, certain movie, certain songs. But it's how you enjoy it. And when it comes to movies, I'm not a very big movie goer. I don't really watch movies the way I used to growing up. I used to watch a lot of movies, but now as I'm getting older, I feel like my attention span for movies just isn't quite there anymore. I tend to just like lose interest within like the first like 40 minutes of like a movie. And I don't know, I feel like I just don't have the attention span to just like sit there. So I don't go to movie theaters no more, which is kind of sad because I do miss like that movie theater feeling, having the popcorn, the soda, candy, this and that, the big screen, and the music, the sound quality all around you, and I kind of miss that aspect, and the smell of the popcorn. Oh man, when it gets freshly made, is so good. But I mean, I just, I don't feel like for me it would be really worth it to go to a movie theater and just like really not pay attention to the movie and kind of be zoning out the entire time. So I don't feel like, for me, movies are a no go. If I'm watching a movie at home, I tend to find myself being distracted even at home. I'll be like on my phone halfway through the movie, or I'll get up and do something else while the movie's playing. Like it's really hard to kind of grab my attention when it comes to movies. TV shows, however, for me, I enjoy TV shows a lot more. They tend to grab my attention a little bit more, especially if it's something that I personally enjoy. I enjoy a lot of comedies. I enjoy a lot of animated shows, Bob's Burgers, Family Guy, American Dad, Rick and Morty. I even occasionally watch, old school cartoons like SpongeBob, Rugrats, Hey Arnold, all those classics. And, it shows that I kind of grew up on, that I tend to kind of watch the most. Newer shows now, I don't know. I tend to kind of shy away from new shows, and I kind of just stay in my own lane of shows that I already know, or shows that kind of get recommended to me, and I'll give it a shot. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. I tend to kind of give every show that is kind of recommended to me the benefit of the doubt, and kind of go through about 2-3 episodes of that TV show to see if maybe within the third episode something might grab my attention where I'm wanting to watch. But I tend to find myself not really interested in a lot of the shows that are recommended to me, so I kind of just stick in my own lane and my own field of shows that I watch. One of the new shows that I really got into as of recent, well, not very recent, but the newest show that I have gotten into that's been out for quite some time is a TV show called All American. It was actually a show recommended to me by my brother, and he was telling me all about it. And I was like, I don't know if this is going to be a good show. But I ended up giving it the benefit of the doubt, watched a couple episodes, and again, it was one of those that kind of hooked my attention and kind of just made me seek my attention into it a little bit more. And it's an amazing show. For anyone that hasn't watched it, I would recommend you watching it because it is pretty good. It's a pretty good show. It's about a guy in high school named Spencer James, and he's trying to become like this big time football player. And it starts out in high school, and it's takes place in LA, and it's just a crazy journey for the guy. And even though it's just a TV show, it's still, parts of it were based on a true story, so there is that aspect of it too. I happen to enjoy shows that have kind of like a based on a true story kind of feel. It's kind of more relatable with a based on a true story rather than everything's kind of made up in a way where scenarios that happen in a TV show like wouldn't normally happen in reality, if that kind of makes sense. But I don't know, I kind of tend to shy away with all these newer shows that come out. Occasionally there's some shows that will catch my attention, and I'll give it a couple episodes, and watch it to see if it will really, be in my interest or not. Um, but I don't know. I just kind of tend to shy away from the newer stuff, and stick in my old school ways of what I enjoyed watching growing up as a kid and a teen. And that's just me. A lot of people, prefer watching newer stuff rather than older stuff, and that's okay too. I'm not saying whether you're right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. It's what you personally enjoy. And again, these are all just my opinions. These are all my thoughts and feelings. Again, this is the Midnight Lounge. We like to have fun. Fuck you, okay? Fuck around, okay? All right, that's just what we do. All right. So, again, music. Going back to music, I want to talk a little bit about music because, again, it's just such a powerful thing. It's such a powerful tool that I use in my life. When I'm feeling down, I listen to music. When I'm feeling happy, I'm listening to music. When I just feel like I need a pick me up, I listen to music. When I feel like I just need to calm down, I listen to music. Just anywhere I can, I find a way to just listen to music. And it's just something that I've always used in my life to kind of just navigate me through life. But I do have to share that some music that I listen to does have kind of a negative effect. It does kind of, in a way, bring me down in a certain type of mood. If I'm kind of feeling depressed and a sad song kind of comes on, it kind of tends to start making me overthink a little bit more than actually helping me out. Some days I actually, know that it's going to make me sad, but it's kind of like my way of kind of just like letting out my emotions, so that way I'm able to kind of just like actually just cry and let out my feelings. Because we're all human, we all have feelings, and it's okay to cry. You shouldn't be embarrassed or ashamed. Crying is actually good. Crying is actually good for you. And the way I see it, if you can cry at least, once a month, 2 times a month, maybe you cry every 2 weeks, kind of like payday, I feel like you'll be a lot better, because you're releasing some emotions, and you're releasing some kind of stress. I mean, for me, whenever I do kind of release my tears and kind of just, just let go and just cry, I feel a lot better afterwards, and I kind of feel a little bit more relaxed afterwards, and it puts me in like this mindset of like, okay, I got through that. Now we can get through, whatever comes next, until I reach that point again where I'm like, okay, it's time for me to, have my little, breakdown session. So for me, I'm not afraid to admit that I do cry on occasion. I don't cry as much as I used to. As you saw a couple episodes ago, I mean, I did break down at the end, but that was more of a, not really a sad, depressing type of vibe. Like, it wasn't like a depressing. It was just more of the thoughts of what I was talking about that kind of made me tear up and cry. So that's not the type of crying I'm talking about. I'm talking about an actual, like, deep down, like, just letting it all out, like crying for 30, 40 an hour, like just letting your emotions go and just expressing them to the fullest, like just letting yourself go without a care, just eyes drooling with tears, right? And your face is just soaked, your eyes are all puffy, your nose is all runny. Like, that's the type of cry that I sometimes feel I need to do in order to kind of feel better. But I do have those moments where, I feel like crying doesn't necessarily help me at times. And so I tend to kind of just, express music elsewhere and kind of just use it as a pick me up and like, okay, hey, like, let's not be sad. Let's not cry right now. Like, let's, put on my favorite song. Let's put on, a song that I enjoy listening to, and let's kind of change the vibe a little bit. And that's how I use my music. I use it to kind of just benefit my kind of mental state in a way where I'm able to control emotions as well. And that's where I'm saying that music does influence people on a grander scale than what people realize. And a lot of, things that happen in today's society, I believe, gravitate from the music that one listens to. It sucks to say that most music on the radio now talks about, weapons, drugs, women, sex. It's something that is sad to say, but it is something that is now being, kind of monopolized on. It's something that is just more mainstream now. In 20, 30 years ago, like, you wouldn't have really heard that type of music. There was some music out there that was like that, but you didn't hear it as much as you do now in today's world. And I feel like a lot of these events and tragedies that happen, with these school shootings and these mass shootings going on, I feel like it has to do with a lot of musical influence, and not just what that person, gone through in its past life, but also, musical influence too. I mean, you're thinking about, shooting up a school or something, and you're listening to all these, rappers talking about, killing people and, doing this and that. That's going to influence someone to be like, you know what? I'm a badass too. Like, I'm gonna go shoot up a school. Like, music does have its influence like that. And it, whether you want to admit it, it does, and that's how I feel about it. Music does have an influence and an impact in some form or fashion. It just does. The same way with music. I'm sorry, TV shows and with movies. The entertainment world has their way of manipulating people's feelings, emotions, concepts of life, um, concepts of living. Just they kind of want to manipulate you, grab your attention in a way that kind of benefits them. And that's the type of media that I kind of try to avoid the best of my ability that I can. I tend to, keep in my own lane of things that I personally enjoy watching or listening to. Like with all these, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but all those superhero movies like, Superman and Marvel, all the Avengers and Spider-Man and what else, Iron Man, Thor, Aquaman, what else, Wonder Woman. I don't find those movies like enjoyable. I don't. Like, I just don't. I don't understand it. Like, I don't know. It's just something that I've never been into. I've never really been into like the superhero type movies. I've watched Batman movies. I love Batman. But I have not seen all the Batman movies either. And it's just because I'm not a big superhero guy. I would rather, this is gonna kind of sound wrong. I enjoy a good super villain. I love the Joker. Joker is like my motivation for my midnight lunatic type of persona. I love the Joker. Like, Joker is like my number one favorite like persona like ever. I get influenced by the Joker, because kind of feel like I have, a similar personality to what the Joker has. And I know the Joker is just like this fictional personality, he doesn't really exist. But I feel like some days I feel like I have like this connection that I am relatable to the Joker. And so that's kind of where I got my inspiration for the Midnight Lunatic, was from the Joker. So now you guys know where I got my influence from. Um, and so, it's things like that I get, kind of influenced by and motivated from. So, yeah, let me know what your guys's, TV shows, movies, or music really influence you. I would definitely like to hear your guys' opinions and thoughts about that. Um, you know, has music saved your life like it has mine? Like, has it talked you out of, like, you know ending it all? Has it saved your life in ways that you didn't think was imaginable? Has movies or TV shows, done the same thing? Let me know. I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions about that. Um, what are your biggest influences when it comes to the entertainment media world? Is it movies? Is it TV shows? Is it music? Do you just like all of them? What are your favorite types of movies? I would definitely like to hear that as well. What are your favorite TV shows? Do you have any that you would recommend to me? Um, yeah, I think that's all the questions I have for you guys. You guys have a little bit of homework there. I want to go ahead and get out of here. We are reaching the midnight hour as I am recording this, and I do have to get some rest for tomorrow. So we are going to end it there. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it was a little bit of a rambling session, but again, this is why we're here. This is why you're listening, because I ramble and you like to listen. I don't know why. I still don't know why you guys really give me the love and support that you guys do. But it really means the world to me. And I love doing this. I love coming on here and just rambling on. It sometimes feels like I'm just talking to myself, right? And I'm not really being relatable to anyone else. But you know what? I would rather not relate to anyone at all than to be the same as anyone else, if that makes sense, right? I want to be my own person. I don't want to be like anyone else. So if anyone finds me unrelatable to them, I'm sorry, but that's just who I am. Anyways, I am out. I hope you guys have a great day, week, month, year. I hope I can hear from you guys soon about your favorite part of the episode. Let me know what was your favorite part of this episode. What has been your favorite episode from the Midnight Lounge altogether? I mean, we are 10 episodes now deep into the show. What has been your favorite episode so far? I can't believe we are on episode 10. I forgot to mention that at the beginning, but yes, we are 10 episodes into this. That is crazy. Let me know. I definitely want to hear your guys' favorite episodes and favorite moments. But anyways, guys, I am out. Midnight Lunatic is gone, out of here. Midnight Studios is shutting down for the day. And we're only getting started, guys. Only getting started. 10 episodes down, 172,000 to go. I'm just kidding. That was just a number that I just thought of. I don't know how many episodes this is going to go for. I don't know how long we're going to do this. But we're just going to keep riding until the wheels fall off, right? Anyways, I'm out. I love you guys. And stay safe, as always. I know I forgot to mention that in the past couple episodes. check out my friend's bookstore website. She could really use your guys' help with booking some parties for your kids and ordering some books. So make sure you check out her page also. I will leave her information in the description, as well as the Jerky promotion code as well. So get your Jerky as well. But anyways, I'm out for the final time before I keep rambling on for another 25 minutes. I love you guys. Stay safe. And as always, we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.